Welcome to LexiCast, a podcast designed to help you grow in your legal practice, with weekly updates on current topics, trends, and practical insights. Perfect for listening on the go. Let's dive in.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking at something in the legal world that honestly can feel a bit like magic right now. Generative AI. Arthur C. Clarke said advanced technology is like magic, right? No, but our mission today is really to pull back the curtain.
Yeah, exactly.
See how this magic is fast becoming just, well, essential software for lawyers? What is this shift really? And crucially, what does it mean for you? We'll unpack the power, the practical uses, and those really important professional responsibilities.
And it's interesting because, AI itself isn't brand new in law. We've had predictive text spell checkers for ages.
Sure.
But Gen AI,
Sure.
that's a whole different level. It creates new stuff, text, images, code, using huge amounts of data. It's generative, not just analytical.
So why the explosion right now? What changed?
Well, it really boils down to two main things. Absolutely massive computing power, mostly in the cloud now,
Okay.
and access to these unbelievable amounts of data, like pretty much the whole internet. That combo powers models like ChatGPT-4. They learn patterns from literally billions of sentences.
To generate language that sounds human.
Exactly. They aim to produce stuff that's pretty much indistinguishable from what a person would write.
That sounds incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
But, okay, what's the catch? There has to be a warning sign here for lawyers, right?
There absolutely is. And this is critical. Gen AI works on probability. It's designed to always give an answer.
Right.
Which means it can, and does, hallucinate. It can just make things up, provide totally incorrect information, but sound very convincing while doing it.
Hallucinate. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not intelligent like we think of intelligence. It doesn't have genuine understanding. It's a very, very sophisticated pattern matching machine, not a thinker. And lawyers need to grasp that difference.
That distinction is vital. Which brings us straight to professional duties. Let's start with confidentiality, always number one for lawyers. How are firms actually tackling this? It seems like a huge risk.
It is a primary risk.
Yeah.
Many public Gen AI models learn from the prompts you feed them and the responses they generate, so client data could potentially leak out or be used in training.
Right, so putting confidential info into a public tool is a no-go.
Generally, yes. That's why you see some big players like Allen & Overy or PwC with their Harvey system building their own secure in-house Gen AI. Data stays within the firm's walls.
But what about smaller firms that can't build their own?
That's where services like Microsoft's Copilot come in. They explicitly state client data isn't used for training and it's protected within your own environment. That helps level the playing field.
Okay.
But for any lawyer using any tool, you absolutely have to understand, where is this data going? Is it used for training the main model? Do I need specific client consent for this? Maybe update your retainer letters.
That's very practical advice.
Yep.
Okay, next big duty, accuracy. Gen AI sounds so plausible. How do you actually trust but verify effectively?
Well, that phrase has never been more important. Ultimately, the lawyer is always responsible for the accuracy of the final work product. Doesn't matter if it came from a junior associate, a paralegal, or an AI.
The buck stops with you.
Absolutely. And we've seen serious consequences. Remember the Mata v. Avianca case in the U.S.? Fake case citations generated by AI submitted to court.
Oh, I remember that. A disaster.
A complete disaster. And a similar thing happened recently in Australia. Lawyers reprimanded, referred to regulators. It just hammers home. You must review, verify, and cross-check everything Gen AI produces. Everything.
That's a stark warning. So beyond checking outputs, what about the bigger picture, managing the tool itself within the firm?
Yeah, you need governance. Given how powerful this tech is, you can't just let everyone use whatever tool they find online. You need a firm-wide policy.
Makes sense. What should be in that policy?
It needs to be clear. Which specific Gen AI tools are approved for use? What tasks are they suitable for? What are the hard rules for protecting confidential information? You probably need some prompt engineering best practices too, how to ask the AI questions effectively and safely. And of course, lines for compliance and reporting issues.
And not having one could be risky.
I'd argue not having a policy now or very soon could potentially be seen as professional negligence if something goes wrong.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Enough warnings. How are lawyers actually using this stuff day to day? Where's the upside?
Oh, the upside is huge, and it's surprisingly easy to use. Most tools don't require coding. They're ready right out of the box.
Accessible.
Very accessible. And think about the applications. Contract review, checking drafts against your standard playbook, or analyzing past negotiation patterns in leases, drafting first versions of agreements.
Speeding things up significantly.
Massively. In litigation support, reviewing huge document sets for inconsistencies, summarizing depositions, drafting initial sets of questions, even, get this, taking a sort of terse internal email and asking the AI to redraft it professionally before sending.
I can see that being popular. What about running the firm itself?
Yeah, automating meeting transcripts in minutes, generating action lists, drafting internal things like business plans, maybe even with draft speaking notes. It's incredibly versatile.
So the outlook isn't really AI replacing lawyers.
No, I don't think so. Not replacing the core skills. But it will significantly change workflows. It'll likely reduce the sheer number of lawyers or paralegals needed for certain high-volume, lower-complexity tasks.
Interesting.
But the flip side is empowerment. It allows solo practitioners, smaller firms, to really punch above their weight.
Yeah.
They can handle document-heavy tasks that maybe previously only bigger firms could manage efficiently.
Democratizing some aspects of legal tech.
Exactly. And pretty soon, I think having Gen AI capabilities within your other legal software, that won't be a bonus feature. It'll just be expected. It'll be table stakes.
Well, this has been a really insightful deep dive. It's clear Gen AI is incredibly powerful, maybe even seems like magic sometimes, but it's fundamentally a tool that demands you, as lawyers, engage with it in an informed, ethical way. And verification. That seems absolutely non-negotiable.
Constant verification, yes. And maybe the final thought for everyone listening is this. Gen AI is moving so fast from being this novel magic to just being part of the everyday software we use.
Right.
So how does that shift force you to reevaluate your firm's competitive edge, your ethical guidelines, maybe even how you define legal expertise itself in the future? That's something worth mulling over.
A really important question to consider. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into generative AI for lawyers.
That's it for today's episode on LexiCast. If you're looking for more in-depth episodes that can also be claimed as CPD activities, check out our LexiCast CPD Plus page linked in this episode's notes. Follow us now to stay up to date, and we'll see you next time.